everyone, I'm back from vacation. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Back from vacation. I was gone for about a week. I did give you guys a video while I was gone. So this is my first one since I've been back. And I haven't poured anything since I've been home. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how rusty I am. But I wanted to do this flower for you. I haven't shown you guys how I pulled that one in and did the swirl in the center. So I'm going to do another one to show you that. All right. I have a hexagon tile. I forgot to tape the back, so it might be a little messy, but that's okay. I paint the back anyway. These are 4 trivets, and they end up getting a coat of resin, and then I paint the backs of them before I put the cork on the back. So that's how I finish them. I think I need some more light. Oh, there we go. That's probably better. Yeah, okay. So what I'm doing today is basically a Dutch pour, but I'm doing it a little bit differently than I'm blowing it out with a straw. So I have my regular mixed paints that I have added this glazing medium to, and then I have thinned them out with a little bit of 90% water, 10% floetrol, just so I can get a pretty thin consistency. But with thinning, you don't want to end up with cracking or crazing, so that's why I put the glazing medium in. My mom wants one of these trivets for her sister. Hopefully her sister's not watching this video. I'm not going to say which one. She has 5 sisters, so. Okay, I'm cleaning that off with isopropyl alcohol, 91%, I believe. Yeah, 91%. Make sure that's back in the frame for you guys. Always clean them off with your gloves on, so that you're not putting your oils from your hands back onto the tile. All right. So today I am using Allen's Red, which is Christina Welch's color. You can get from her website, Christina Welch Art. You can just email her there. And on the Parage Posse, she has a color chart. If you don't belong, you have to answer 3 questions. You can get on there and join after you answer your 3 questions, and then you can order the paints directly from there too. This blue is still a little thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more of my thinning mixture. You do not want to see any mound with these paints, so you just want that stream to flow right back into the cup, right back into the paint. You'll still have a little bit of resistance, you know, when you move your stick around. That was the Prussian blue with Artist Loft Iridescent Medium added to it. This is just my white flow, and that's going to be what I put around it. So my mom wanted a red, white, and blue. I'm going to add a little bit of gold to the center of it, just because I think it gives it a cool shimmer. I have my my Artist Loft Flow White, which I think is now titanium white because I couldn't find, they were out of the Flow White, but I don't think there's too much difference there. So I'm going to cover the base of the tile. Just put a base coat down. And I like to, I have started letting my paint flow back into the container. I'm saving a lot of paint that way. Okay, just going to help it along a little bit there. One last corner. These hexagons I got at Lowe's. I believe. And they do sell them, it might have been Home Depot, I'm not sure. But they do sell them individually. So that's kind of nice. And they're a good, really good size for a trivet. Which, if anyone doesn't know, a trivet is for you to put hot things on. And I love this medium because it gives you the options of making things that are practical. You're not just making art, but you're making art that's practical, which I like. I love anything that's practical. And we're just popping bubbles with my torch. Get that on Amazon. All right, so we've got the base coat down. Now we're going to put a puddle of the blue in the center. Not a huge puddle because we're going to be blowing out the petals, so I don't want a whole bunch. I'm going to put some red in the center. And as most of you know, red and blue make purple, so we may get some purple in this, I'm not sure. And then I'm just going to give a little bit of the gold in there. Just drizzled on top. All right, and then we're going to go around this puddle pour. Okay. And then I'm going to get down almost level with it. And I'm going to blow that paint I just poured around over that puddle. So you almost have to be level with it. Okay, I'm going to have to pause you guys because I think my pest control is here. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Hopefully you don't hear the dogs barking too much more. He's still here, but I didn't want to let that sit too much longer. So, okay, we're going to continue to blow. All right, so you pretty much have it covered. I'm going to blow a little bit on that side and a little bit on this side. Okay. I've been doing six petals. So I just get it back where I want to start. And then I'm just going to blow with my straw out to make my petals. I get some of that red up in there. So there's one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go back because I'm not crazy about that first and second petals. So I'm going to blow those a little bit more. Okay. Sometimes they shrink back in, so you can just blow out a little bit more. Play around with it a little bit. Okay, so that's pretty, like what's going on. All right, now here's the part you didn't see because I pretty much left it like this last time. I might have swirled a little bit in the center, but I'm going to take my paintbrush, okay, the end of it, and I'm just going to pull, let me make sure you guys are still in. Okay. I'm just going to use this white out here, and I'm going to pull into the center in between each of the petals, wiping in between. Okay, pull in. I'm kind of swirling it as I go just to kind of give a little bit of a pattern in there. Okay, so we pulled in all that white from the center, which gives the petals more definition. And then I'm just going to swirl. In the center. All right. So you could leave it like that, but I like a little bit more definition in my center, so I'm going to dip my paintbrush, just the end of it, into the white paint, and I'm going to go back in, just start somewhere, and I'm going to swirl. No, that didn't work. Okay, we're going to start with the middle then. So I'm going to start with the middle, just going to drop that paint down in there, and then swirl. And that just gives it a little bit more definition. Okay, that's pretty much it for that one. Let's give it a little bit of a torch. See if we get any more cells popping up. When those bubbles pop, they make cells. So if you have air bubbles in there, it's good to pop them. And that center looks a little orange because the red and the gold have mixed. But when that gold dries, it's going to be really shimmery, really pretty. And both the red and the blue have shimmer in them. So it's going to be very pretty when it's dry. So there's your close-up. Of that little beauty. That will be my Aunt Debbie's. I think I want to go back in. Just perfect those outer petals a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to move that one away because I'm going to do one more for you guys. I wanted to experiment with black, gold, and white just to see what it does with a Dutch pour. So my black is going to be my background, and then I'm just going to pour a puddle of white and, oh, but I need black to put around the edges, so excuse me for just a minute while I mix this up. I need to shake this black because I haven't used it in a while. Okay. So what I'll show you how I do my glaze. I'm going to put a little bit of that base paint in here. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this glaze over the top of it. And then just stir it up. And I think I might need, oh, that base paint feels a little thick. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water and floetrol mixture. Thin that out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to do this on a square tile. And this is a tile that I got from one of my clients. So it's got a color glaze on it, but it's okay. It all gets covered. So let's wipe it down. Blow on it just a little bit to get it dry. Okay, let me make sure we're in the, yep, we're good. Okay. I'm going to put some black base down. I have no idea whether this will turn out or not, but it'll be fun to experiment with you guys and see what we get. Might be really pretty. Okay, one more corner. Just helping the paint come down a little bit. If you put the paint there, it tends to help the other paint roll over it. Okay, cover up your sides. I'm going to put that back on and move it out of the way. Okay. Let's give that a torch and get those bubbles out. We went to Disneyland last week. Mine and my husband's birthdays are in the same week. So we spent 2 days at Disneyland. Oh my gosh. I think the one day I walked 24,000 steps. It was crazy. And we did 3 days of that because the third day we went to Knott's Berry Farm. But we didn't do as much walking there. But it was really fun. Had a good time. It was a great way to spend my birthday. And then we went to the beach on Friday, which was also a lot of fun. All right, I think I'm going to put the gold down first. And I'm going to go with even a smaller puddle on these because it's a smaller tile. Sorry, finish my thought. Okay. And then I think I want to drizzle a little bit of the gold over the top of the white. All right, and then we're going to go black around this. Already getting some cool cells in there. All right. Give it one last blow on the sides. Okay, and we're going to blow out. One more. All right, that looks pretty cool. Like all the cell stuff going on. Put a little torch and see if we can get some more coming up. I love that lacing with the white and the black. All right, and let's take our paintbrush and let's pull some of that black in. I really was amazed at how much of a difference this made. Thank you, Scott Alexander. That's where I got the idea from. Okay, and I want to round off this petal a little bit more. Okay, and then we're just going to do our swirl. We should have enough white in here. We shouldn't have to add anything. There you go. How'd you like that one? That was pretty simple, but beautiful. I've got some petals are dripping over the edge a little bit, so I'm going to have to watch that so they don't drip off. I'll just keep going back and wiping. Let's give it a little bit better swirl there. I'm kind of a perfectionist, sorry. Give it one last torch. I'll be very interested to see how this one dries because it is a beauty. But I hope it dries as well. Let me give you guys a close-up. There's that center. After you swirl the middle, try not to move it too much because you'll mess up your swirl. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I will show you what these look like dry when they get dry. This one should be spectacular because of all the gold in there. And, I mean, it looks awesome wet, but I can't wait to see it dry. Hopefully those petals don't move too much. Please like, share, and subscribe for me. I'm up to 248 subscribers, so I only have 2 more to go and we can do a giveaway. So I will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a good week. Bye-bye.